The battle rating decompression that we always wanted. Hello guys, once again it's Matt. Thank you all the members and patrons. Make sure to subscribe and let's talk a little bit about this. Yes, this was posted last week, okay, on July 11th. But as if you've been following the channel, you probably know that I took a little bit of time off. I needed to do that and it was great. So yeah. Finally, I'm back, and I had to talk about this because this is too big to just ignore, even though it's a kind of an old news right now. But Gaijin is actually introducing the decompression that we always wanted. So let's talk a little bit about it and take a look on some of the changes over here. So there are three things that we need to talk about it. First of all is that the BR changes are going to affect basically two types of aircraft over here. Not really two types, but it's just that it will completely decompress all the upper tiers of War Thunder, which is just amazing. It's always what we wanted. But the objectives are basically two. The first one is obviously to get all the Fox 3 launchers away from anything that doesn't launch a Fox 3 or anything like that. Or like that as much as possible, basically, right? And the second thing is to change basically the way that some of the attackers and some other aircraft that use very advanced IR missiles to like basically prevent them to actually get matchmakings that are against aircraft that don't have a chance against those missiles, for example, right? So you will see a full-blown like just decompression of air arcade battles, air realistic battles, and air simulator battles in all sorts of categories over here of aircraft between 10.0 until the 13.0s that were before, right? And this will basically happen in a way that is written right here. So for example, the new F-15s, the new Su-27s, the Barak because of the derbies, of course, the Gripens with their missiles, the Mirage 2000, the F-16s, like I said, F-15s, all of them will be at 13.7. So a 0.7 increase, which is pretty great. Some of the others are kind of weird. Like, for example, the SMT is not going to 13.7, it's going to 13.3. That's probably because of the performance that it has and the lack of amount of missiles. But, I mean, the F-16 also has that. But the performance right now, in turning especially of the SMT, is worse than the F-16s by a lot. So, I guess that's why they're adding it to 13.3. Of course, always remember to leave your feedback on the forums and stuff. I will leave the links in the description. We can see some of the other aircraft. I mean, it's just a full-blown decompression, right? So it means that, of course, with that, we have some changes that are needed to not have a gap in the middle and the decompression to work properly, right? So, for example, the F-16s, I mean, they need to be increased, right, in BR. The funny part is that some of these aircraft will have a weird, like, it's kind of funny. For example, it's kind of weird. The F-16As, they are going to a 12.0 from 12.0 to 13.0, right? But the top tier ranks, they are 13. They were 13.0, so it was basically a 1.0 gap in BR. But now they're going to 13.7, which means that it's going to be a 0.7 gap, which means that these aircraft will actually face more, technically, in theory at least, the top tiers than they were used to seeing before. The F-16s, right? These ones that were 12.3, and you can ignore it. But so it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. What really does help, I mean, these aircraft already think that it should have been firing these missiles already, Fox 3s and stuff, and even have a higher BR, but still, you know what I mean, right? It's kind of weird. Another one, for example, here, it will maintain it. So the MiG-29 was 12.0, it is going to 12.7, 13.0, 13.7. So it is maintaining the 1.0 BR difference in there. Some of the Mirages, for example, here as you see 12.3, they will not see the 13.7s anymore, which is kind of funny that, for example, the MiG-29s with R60s will not, they can't see the top ranks, but the Mirage with the Magic 2s cannot. So there are some, not that I want the Mirages to be a high BR, it's just that there are many instances here that there are things that need to be looked into in the game to actually properly know how it will actually fly, you know. Yeah, and as you see, as I said, the full decompression, so of course the MiG-23s, the Tornadoes, everything like that got a BR increase basically, so that it's basically spread around. Of course, with the lower ranks over here being a lower BR increase, and the highest ranks the highest increase normally, kind of, right? So it would be kind of like that to spread around to the decompression, which is pretty good. Overall, I think it's a great change, you know. There are some things that need to be looked into in like all of these BR changes, of course. But again, I mean, it's still something that needed to be done, and now it's just tweaking here and there to make sure it's perfect. Of course, other changes include, for example, the air simulator battles, of course, need to be properly aligned with the matchmaking because of the new BRs. So you can see the table over here. Obviously, it doesn't change much, but it will have a more balanced way. And this is the like cherry on top that it's funny because I actually complain about this a lot, about these two things, the decompression that needed to be happening, and it finally did happen. You know, it's a great news, really is. But also, not only that, they are improving the stock grind a bit in the aircraft. So you can see that some aircraft will actually receive new missiles as stock. So for example, the F-16A over here, it will get 2 AIM-9Ls and 2 AIM-9Js, which is a funny loadout, but it's something that helps. I mean, just 2 AIM-9Js would be, yeah, problematic for this aircraft. So 2 AIM-9Ls plus the 2 9Js. I mean, could have been just 4 AIM-9Ls, but still, it does help a lot. The ADF got 2 Sparrows, that's good. The F-16C got 2 AIM-120s. So depending on the aircraft and the BR and stuff, you will receive different stock loadouts. F-15A, 2 AIM-7s. F-15C, 2 AIM-120s. F-14A, 2 AIM-9Ds, which is interesting, together with 2 AIM-54As. F-14B, 2 AIM-9Ls, together with 2 Phoenixes. AV-8B plus 2 AIM-9Ls with AIM-120. So depending on the aircraft, depending on the BR, it will receive different things. F4F with the AIM-120s, it kind of goes on, you know. MiG-29s with R-27s, since it's the G, R-73s, right? Yak-141, you know, with R-27s, since the SMT can take R-77s, 2 R-77s. Same thing for the Su-27SM, 2 BVR missile for the Su-27. Does it change much? Does it make the aircraft completely different, OP or anything like that? No, it does not, of course. It just helps a bit with the grind. I mean, 2 R-77s, 2 AIM-120s, guys, this is 2 kills that you can get very easily if you know what you're doing, right? Or at least 1, right? So it does really help with the grind. And remember, it's not only the problem with weapon systems. Guys, these aircraft will be stock. They will not have the performance that other aircraft will have. So this really, you know, kind of brings a little bit less of a problem on the stock grind. And yeah, you can see it just goes through. The parameters are basically the same. Some aircraft receiving new IR missiles, some aircraft receiving new radar missiles, etc. You can take a look on the full thing in the description, or right here you can pause it as well and take a look. So great, amazing news, and apparently it is going to come this week, so wait for it. Sorry for the delayed video, but as I told you guys, the reason was necessary. And yeah, I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and bye guys, see you.